An African affairs analyst, Koovi Bertin, joins us via Zoom from Cotonou, Benin Republic, for discussion on the U.S. African Business Summit. Good to have you join us. Mr. Koovi Bertin, can you hear me?
Definitely.
All right. So this is not the first time we're seeing summits like this. We know that right now the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, is in the UK. He attended the education summit. The vice president of Nigeria will be part of this business summit. We've seen other summits in Japan. We've seen one in France. There was one again earlier in UK. The recurring question is, what does Africa really stand to benefit from summits like this?
That's the real question, and you are right. Africa is not really benefiting from nothing, because the problem is Africa is so attractive that Japan invites us, and 54 good presidents will go and sit down as students to listen to one country, China, Korea, India, now United States. Well, we should start thinking about our own interests. Our own interest will be when Africa invites the other countries. I would like to see a summit where Nigeria hosting Japan in Nigeria on behalf of Africa. Nigeria hosting, let's say, United States on behalf of Africa. Another African president should be in Abuja. That makes sense. You don't leave the whole continent to one country to say you are having a summit for the benefit of the country. That's the real problem I see in such summit. We have been having China, Africa, Japan, Africa, France, Africa, and so on.
To be fair, on this particular summit, I know there was one that was held in 2019. It was held in Mozambique before the COVID-19. So this one is held, via teleconference. But I take your point. But let's look at this very specific one. We know that China has had a great influence in Africa. The U.S. seems to have lost that influence, and people see this as some sort of opportunity for the U.S. to provide an alternative to China, to African leaders.
You are right, and we really welcome this summit. But what I will really like will have been if the United States president is really involved, because this summit, we only see businessmen that are more talking than the government of America. We want a situation like the Marshall Plan, when America helped the European country to rebuild their economy. We are really looking for America as a country to involve itself in Africa economy, because China has taken over everything. If you look at Nigeria, I have nothing against China, but my interest is the development of Africa, and my interest is what Africa is gaining in the economic relationship that we are having with China. And we are gaining nothing. Let me give you an example. If you have a good project and you go to China, you tell them you have a project of, let's say, $100. They will tell you, okay, we will finance it, but you will bring $15 yourself. That $15 is the only cash that will be involved in the project. The $85 will come from their country as material, as machine, as workforce, as anything that they need from their country. So at the end, they build the project for you. You will pay back in dollar while you have not received any dollar involved in your economy. And that's not fair. And if you also look at how they work Chinese, I have nothing against them. But when I take example that I know in Equatorial Guinea, whatever they has done is dying already. If you look at Benin Republic, what they build is not really good. So Africa should look at a way where in economic partnership we gain and the other country also will gain. But the kind of relationship we have with China is not benefiting Africa at all. Look at Zambia. China has taken over Zambia. And we are all happy. We go to China, we take money, and we don't think about our future, our children's future. That's my main problem. So I'm very happy America having this summit, but they can go more and have their government involved. It should be a national policy for America to involve itself in Africa. This is very profitable for the whole world. It's not good for the world peace that Africa being controlled by only China. And that's what we are facing today.
The indebtedness of Africa to China is perhaps a topic for another day. But let's look at what you just said, talking about the importance of how Africa benefits from all of these summits. Is the problem with the summits themselves, or with Africa or an African leaders' preparedness for the summits? For example, some people will say that we do not have the infrastructure in place yet to benefit. Some people will say we have policies rather that are counterproductive to some of these summits. So shouldn't we be fixing some of these things in our own domain before all of these summits?
No, that's not fair. That's not true. I know Abuja a little bit, and we don't need to go on Mars or on the moon to have a summit. If they really consider us, it's better they even come in our country to know what we are facing, so they will know where they will help us.
Mr. Bertin, I just want to quickly jump in. I wasn't talking about the hall or the place to host the summit. I was talking about the benefits of the summit. For example, for a really long time, Africa was only exporting raw materials. Only just recently, we're exporting some finished value-added products. We do not have enough capacity in terms of manufacturing yet. Shouldn't we be focusing on issues like that before we begin to look at summits like this to expand capacity?
You are right. You are a good economist, because you are talking about the real challenge we are facing. So Africa should really build a capacity to transform our productions to produce within Africa. But we still need America. If today, I am sorry talking about China again, if we are talking about the development of China today, is because Americans went there to establish business, to transform there. Let's assume they has come to Nigeria of Shehu Shakari in those days. Nigerians were very qualified. Even now they are qualified. So we need them to come and establish business, to transform our production within our continent, and then we buy, and the surplus will go to their country. You are right. Yes, we need to work on how to transform our goods here and export them.
How do we also get the small and medium businesses to benefit from this? Because sometimes it really doesn't, the benefits coming from all of this doesn't trickle down to the businesses that actually need them. So how do we get the small and medium businesses to benefit?
This is a national policy. This depends on the government. For the middle businesses to benefit from this, it will be a national economic policy that can help for that. Otherwise, they will not. This depends on the government to decide that, to help or to build a link between them.
All right. There seems to be a network. Okay, so you can hear me. Thank you so much for talking to us. African Affairs Analyst Koovi Bertin. He joined us from Benin Republic.
Thank you, madam.